Hello everyone, it's John David here, and we are in a triage room in the maternity ward, labor and delivery section of our hospital, and we are waiting for the nurse to come back. Tabitha's water broke last night at 8:30 or so, and she started having some pretty good contractions at about 2:30 in the morning. So now it is 3:30 in the morning on Saturday, January the what?
27th.
The 27th. So we are ready to do this thing. It's time for the invention of Edison.
Sing while you can.
Hey everybody, we are in the delivery room, and Tabitha is talking to Edison, trying to get him to calm down. His heart rate has been a little elevated, so she's just talking to him. Her blood pressure's been okay, but yeah, otherwise it's 6:30 in the morning, and we're just kind of like doing whatever we can to get Tabitha to help her to relax. And we've tried Peanut, the big inflatable Peanut, we've tried the ball, and so we're just kind of like giving her some options here. It's a lot different than last time because so far she doesn't need an epidural. So yeah, there you go, Edison. That's what's happening today on the day, probably the day of your birth, January 27th.
There
Hello.
you are. Hi.
Hi,
There's
buddy.
Daddy. How you doing?
Hey. Are you at Yaya's house?
Did you eat?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, good.
Hi, Abby.
Hi.
I'm making some eggs.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Doing
I'm juicing it. Hello.
Hi.
It is now
Almost 10.
9:50 and 9:45. Yeah, and they're gonna recheck for dilation here pretty soon. Tabitha's contractions are about 3 minutes apart, they said, and she said they're real good, and the baby heartbeat's good, and the blood pressure's good, and yeah, everything's just great right now. Everything's going well.
Here's where the baby's gonna go.
Yep, here's the little sterile box. Hopefully he's no taller than that, because you know they're gonna seal it and then put it in a time capsule for 100 years.
It has
and
plastic wrap on it.
yeah, it's totally sealed. So yeah, how are you feeling?
I feel really good.
Yeah,
I haven't had any medicine other than penicillin.
yeah, and that's just for the
Oh, got one coming.
strep B positive. Okay, she's up and about,
Yeah.
moving around,
Really good.
feeling good.
We're so bad because we snuck food.
Waiting for the next check so that
Love
we can
my
see.
nurse.
Uh-huh.
Love my
Yeah, we
nurse.
love our nurse Nancy.
And we've got a, tell them about the thing we've got going, our bet.
We've got a bet on a wager to see who's accurate on when the baby's coming, what the next dilation's gonna be when they check her in a little bit. And yeah. Dancing.
Should have some music. I feel really good. This is like the best, paper
That you've had so far.
that I've ever had. I've only had one other.
Oh, the things we learned.
Things we've learned.
Well, it's a good thing that that we learned some things. God is good to us, everyone. We prayed a lot about, you know, all of this stuff, how it would be, and He's really come through for us.
He has. Yep.
He's a good Father.
Yep.
Well, let's see what else.
You're a good daddy.
Thank you. Oop, bird.
Just be like, yeah.
Think you'll want to take a nap later?
A nap after the baby's born?
No, like before the baby comes.
Maybe. Are
Think
you
you'll be
getting
able to?
nappy?
You think you'll be able to?
Oh, maybe.
I would like not want to chance it, because part of me is like, I could go home and sleep for 10 minutes, but I don't want to chance being gone for that long.
Sorry guys, when you get seasick, I just realized I was swaying with you. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really happy, and contractions are manageable right now. So I remember them before being horrible, but they had given me Pitocin and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I did have Pitocin.
You had Pitocin, yep, at the very beginning of the morning, and they broke your water, and yeah.
Yeah.
When it's not natural, it's more. There's more pain involved.
Yeah.
And just the whole stress of the pain that they were causing you, I think it made it worse on you.
Well, yeah, like not knowing. They said, what's the most important thing during this delivery? It was like good communication. Inform me of what is going on. So, yeah, hey nurses, it's a good thing to explain to people what's going on.
Don't leave
like,
people in the dark. Be honest. Yep, feel good? Probably about time for another contraction. We've been recording for 3 minutes and 48 seconds, 49 seconds.
Probably coming up here pretty soon.
Okay, here we go.
Alright.
Hey guys, so quick update.
You can tell me if I'm not
The doctor, okay. The doctor said she's at a 5 to 6, close to 6.
Nancy is the best nurse ever.
Oh, Nancy's great. It's go time, guys. They're setting up the delivery table over here. Tabitha is mentally preparing for the performance of a lifetime. And yeah, I think we're all pretty much excited. Here's little Edison Benjamin. He's here. Took a little different turn than we thought, but it's right on.
Now this is in grams first.
Okay.
Nice size baby.
Good job.
39.33.
Okay.
Which is 8 pounds 11 ounces.
811. Guys, so that was a crazy experience. About 6:45ish. 6:30, 6:45, I'd say. Edison's heartbeat started dipping, and he wasn't doing well, and he wasn't coming down far enough either to be pushed out. So they said, we gotta go. They took Tabitha to the OR and said, you can't come because she's gonna be asleep anyway, so it's just not gonna be that kind of situation. So I just stood here, and they were like, you know, come here, come sit in this one chair, and as soon as something happens, we'll call you in. We'll tell you what's going on. So I go sit down in this chair. I'm praying like crazy, like just praying. And then a nurse comes out, or doctor or a nurse. Anyway, she comes out of the OR, and she says, we stabilized the heartbeat. He's fine. It's back to like 120s. He's okay. And mommy's okay too. And I'm just like, oh. And I fall down on the floor, hands and knees, like crying. And they're like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. A few moments after that, another nurse or doctor comes out, and she hands me, you know, a hairnet and a breathing mask, and says, here, put these on. And she's helping me tie it like around my head while we're walking down the hall. And I go into the OR, and so they didn't have to, let me back up, they didn't have to do an emergency C-section. But I go in, I stand at the top, the head of the bed. Tabitha's there, she looks up at me, we connect, and she's like got this energy, this fire in her eyes. She just knows what she has to do, and she's ready for it. And so they're like, all right, you know, you're gonna need to push. And she's like, push now? And they're like, yes, push. And I'm like, push. And so she pushes, and they're like, keep on going, keep on pushing. And she breathes in again and pushes. And just at the moment that I think she's got nothing left, I'm thinking in my mind, she's got no breath left. They're like, push one more time. And then she pushes, and there's the head. I look down, they're like, look up, Daddy, look up. I look up, there's the head. So I'm like, Tabitha, I see the head. He's out. Come on, you can do it. And I don't even know if you heard me.
So yeah, you guys, yeah, you were telling me.
So then, like, she finds it, man. She finds that, gosh, eighth, ninth wind of the evening.
I knew it was his wife.
Yeah.
Like, cause they were talking about vacuum and forceps and
All kinds of.
stuff like that, and I thought, if they're gonna have to go to that trouble, who knows how big this baby is? I gotta do everything I can to get this baby out.
So
Be okay.
he came. He was out. He came all the way out. He cried at a pretty good time. Amount of time. The umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck. That's why he wasn't coming down all the way. That's why she couldn't get him out. That's why his heartbeat dipped. But he is healthy now. He's 8 pounds 11 ounces, 20 inches long. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.